Hey everybody, and welcome back to C#. In this video we're going to look at lists. Before I get started, a huge thank you to all of my members and patrons. Your names will be running across the bottom of the screen, and of course thanks to everyone else for subscribing and hitting that notification icon. That really helps me out. So I mentioned in an earlier video that arrays in C# are a bit like lists in Python, but that's not entirely accurate. The truth is that an array in C# is an object which you can define once and then it stays as it is. So we've got flaggy numbers there, new string, and then we've added a load of stuff to it. But once this has been created and defined, we can't add to it, which is okay in a simple program like this. But further down the line, we might want this list to be more dynamic. And so we actually need to create an actual list. And what we can do is we can actually do that fairly simply by changing this where it says string array. We can just go down there like that, and we can change this to list, and then in our pointy brackets we can say this is going to be a list of strings. Now obviously we have to remove all of these bits here, which we will do, but I'm just going to pop some curly brackets, some standard brackets there. And then we've got that. Now we do have a slight issue here in that, as you can see, list doesn't currently exist, and that is because we do not have a reference for it. And what we actually need to do at the top here is we actually need to add a new using statement. So we have to go system.collections.generic, and there we go. And now what you can see is that list has suddenly become a keyword. So we've now got a dynamic list of items there, which we now need to add some values to. Easiest way of doing that is to go to flaggy numbers dot add open brackets, close brackets, like that, and then we just add nips. Then we have to do the same thing again, so what we're just going to do is Control C, blah 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 blah, and we're going to go with nips, lips, hips, boobies, winky, and beehole, like that. And then we can we've got all of those properties in there, we can just delete that like so. And then if we Control F5, give it a moment to have a bit of a think. Now we just type brown, flaggy, and as you can see, all of those values are now in our list, which is great. So theoretically we could now add to that list anywhere else. Now this does feel like it's added a lot of more code to what was originally a single line of code, but the purpose of this demonstration is just to illustrate that now we've got an empty list and we can add these values to it rather than just defining it once. So this is a dynamic list. We can just keep adding things to it at any point during this class, and it'll just keep letting us add them. So that is really the purpose of this kind of thing. Before we end this video then, I just wanted to quickly run through the code just for those who may have not watched every single video in the series. And what we've got here is a really simple class which creates two variables. One is an empty string called favorite color, and one which is a list, a dynamic list of body parts, which we've added there, flaggy numbers. And then we say, what is your favorite color? And then we ask a question. We call the function ask the question, which we defined, which simply says what is the answer to this. It simply asks by using console readline. If it's empty, it'll ask you to do it again. If it's not empty, then it will add the value of whatever you type in this to that variable. Then we repeat the process for what is your favorite body part, and obviously the answer is always going to be flaggy. And then once we've done that, we're going to go through every list in every item in this number, so flaggy numbers, and we're just going to write down, finally you like brown flaggy, and then we add flaggy number, so whatever is the item in that list, to the end of that. And that's really all there is to it. Thanks very much for watching this, guys. I hope you found that useful. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. But until then, you take really good care of yourselves, guys, okay? Bye-bye.